Hello everyone and welcome to my GA Soap Opera Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Marco steals Britt's mace, plus Jason takes aim at Colum and Brennan. Today on General Hospital, Tracy and Alexis quarrel about custody of Danny. Lulu and Dan's romantic morning is disrupted, and Josh asks Britt about where she is headed. It's a fresh day in Port Charles. A shirtless Nathan offers breakfast to Lulu in her living room, which they abandon to head back to bed. Later, they head back downstairs, and Nathan remains shirtless, which Lulu doesn't object about. Sadly, Nathan ultimately puts on his shirt, and there comes a knock at the door. It's Colum, who surely is a mood killer. Lulu brings him in, and he meets Nathan for the first time as they introduce themselves. Or are they claiming not to know one another? Colum wants to talk to Charlotte, but Lulu says she is not accessible, and Jack just spoke to her. Nathan claims the PCPD has been surveilling Charlotte, and there is no evidence that Valentine has been in contact with her. Colum thanks them, says he will talk to Jack, and then leaves. Lulu tells Nathan that the guy is a weirdo, and unhappily, he has broken the romantic spell and the imaginary world they were in momentarily in and brought them back to the real world. However, Nathan tells Lulu this is simply the beginning for them. At the hospital, Ava drops by with coffee for Lucas, but also to warn him that she suspects Carly is plotting to make him choose between her and Marco. Lucas informs his aunt that if Carly is attempting to break him and Marco apart, well, he has no intention of letting that happen. Ava ultimately takes off, and Lucas wonders where Marco is, as he was expecting him with the medication. Carly's unwanted visitor at Carly's Brennan drops up uninvited, and Carly reveals that she was thinking he might be Joe's. She reveals they had a large disagreement about Sonny, who Josh blames for a number of prior sins, wants to see him brought to justice, and she doesn't care how it occurs. Carly blames herself for this, for allowing Sonny into Josh's life, for justifying who he is, which placed her children in jeopardy. Jack knows it might be hard to see the person you love clearly, Carly adds, and when people aren't who you think they are, it's probably because they aren't being honest, and there's not real love. Brennan tells Carly that he hears that his profession prohibits him from really telling her the truth. Jack admits he is a flawed man and isn't enough of a partner to her, but he loves her, Carly explains. Something when you love someone, you have to risk being honest. That's when they are stopped, and Jack gives a text clearly word. Carly, sniffling, urges him that he should go. He departs, and she doesn't glance at him as he left. A tear falls down her cheek. Britt greets a visitor. George slips into Britt's room at Bobby's through the window, leaving Britt to question why the spy tribes enjoy the fire escape so much. Do they imagine they are ninjas? Josh sees Britt is packing and asks if she is going anywhere. Britt screams that she doesn't have time to address this with her. Josh knows Colum is a double agent and working on the same project she is. So, is he relocating her? Britt offers Josh a no-doa. Colum is a bad guy. I am the one who told your boss. Josh just wants to make sure Britt doesn't let it slip that she is an agent, as Colum would have her killed, which would kill her mom. Britt asks why Colum would even be paying attention to Josh. Josh explains she stumbled into him during the blizzard when she was searching Windermere. She claims Colum thinks she is simply a PCU student, so don't blow her cover. Britt says she will keep her lips shut, as they both want Colum stopped. At Windermere, Pascal tells Sidwell once again of the danger Lucas poses, which Sidwell is tired of hearing. He feels Pascal's crush on Marco is embarrassing. That's when Marco enters. Sidwell excuses Pascal, and Marco provides his father with some contracts to sign. Sidwell understands his kid is still waiting for his mother's death to be avenged and assures his son that Sonny will be taken out. He also understands being here has put a strain on his relationship with Lucas, but he appreciates him for going on. Sidwell finishes signing contracts and then says he has to head to the Metro Court to see Ava. Alone, Marco swipes 2 of the bottles of medication from the safe and takes off. After he is gone, Pascal unlocks the safe and discovers the bottles of medication stolen and says, "Well, Mr. Sidwell, I cannot say I did not warn you." He then calls Colum to tell him that 2 vials are missing and warned him and Sidwell that Lucas would be a problem. Colum says he will take care of it. At the Metro Court, Tracy gets a text from Olivia calling a family meeting. Alexis arrives to meet with Tracy, who wants them to straighten out the mess Jason's made of the situation with Danny. Alexis wants Danny to live with her and stay with Scout, as Sam wanted the kids together, while Tracy, as the quartermain, feels the boy should live with her. Across the restaurant, Ava shows up and meets Jens, but has no fresh art deals to tell about. Instead, she is frightened that Carly is using him, Marco, and Lucas to break up the lovebirds. Sidwell assures her that his eyes are wide open. That's when Carly steps in. Back at the hospital, Lucas gets a text from Marco that he got the meds. Jason brings out the big guns. Jason travels to a concealed garage and retrieves a sniper weapon. As he puts everything together and packs a suitcase with guns, he flashes back to many discussions he has had over the past few weeks. He eventually heads off, recalling his oath to kill Jack should something happen to Carly. In the show's final moments at the Metro Court, Carly meets Jens and Ava and tells Jens they should put the dinner party they discussed on the calendar for Friday. Jens thinks that sounds fantastic, and Ava throws him a look. Across the restaurant, Tracy gets another text from Olivia demanding she come home, while Alexis informs her arguing over Danny is meaningless, since Jason has spoken to Diane and they will have to accept Jason's decision on guardianship. At home, Lulu and Nathan hug as they can't bear to part. Nathan, meanwhile, has a weird look on his face. Marco comes at the hospital with the medications and passes them over to Lucas. He encourages him to get them to Britt before someone discovers they are gone. Marco informs him that once gets determined out who took them, his dad will protect him. As she is about to leave Britt, Josh asks Britt if Colum knew her dad. Britt wonders why she is asking. Josh tells her about Faison's book and cigar reloads in Colum's jacket. Britt has no idea why Colum had them, but her dad is dead. All that is left of him is his brain in a jar, 4 kids, and the Huntingtons she inherited. Yes, she says 4 kids. Who is child number 4? Finally, as Colum is meeting with Jack at his office, Jason is outside on the roof of the building across the way with his gun targeted at the man through a window. He wavers back and forth between the two. On the next General Hospital, Nathan warns Dent about Colum. General Hospital spoilers Friday, March 20. Jason pulls trigger. Britt's surprise visitor. Nathan's Colum warning. General Hospital spoilers for Friday, March 20 state that Jason Morgan will make a big move as Britt was born, answer the door to someone's surprise. Nathan West will also sound the alarm to Dent Falconari, so there will be a lot happening in Friday's GA's episode. For starters, it looks like Michael Corinthos will fight with Olivia Quatermain at the Quatermain family meeting. Olivia wasn't happy about discovering Michael and Jacinda Bracken without clothing on at the gatehouse, since Leo Quatermain or Willie Corinthos could have walked in on them together. Now Olivia seems set to raise a major commotion, so Michael will rush to his own defense. Michael would also chat to Tracy Quatermain about the adjustments that need to be made, so she will get caught in the thick of his current fight with Olivia. At GA's, Brad Cooper will find Lucas Jones and encourage him to follow through on his vow to help Britt Westbourne, since her life depends on it. Mercurius managed to get his hands on a few of vials too, so Britt could have her medication reverse engineered. But drama's developing as Pascal has already identified the missing doses and contacted Rosh Column. Speaking of Column, he will be the topic of conversation between Nathan and Jen on Friday's broadcast. Nathan will make it apparent that Column isn't someone who should be anywhere around Lulu, so he may know more about the dirty agent than he is letting on. Over with Alexis Davis, she will seek some news. Alexis may end up talking to Dan Miller in hopes of finding out what Jason chose regarding Danny Morgan's guardian. In the room above Bobby's, Britt will respond to another surprise appearance following Jocelyn Jack's last visit. Jocelyn utilized the window, but Britt will answer the door to Rocco Falconeri, this time as he will need her aid with something. However, Britt is likely to get poked before Friday's episode wins out, so her arrangement with Jason may be on the point of blowing up now that her missing mares have been discovered. Next, Column will quarrel with Jack Brennan and seem doubtful over whether Brennan is being honest with him. I'm starting to wonder whether I should believe you at all, Brennan snaps in Friday's preview video. Meanwhile, Jason will still have his finger on the trigger that he is definitely ready to pull. Will Jason fire a gun and manage to hit Column, or may he accidentally shoot Brennan instead? Could Jason miss the shoot altogether and have to depart without getting the job done? General Hospital spoilers suggest Jason has a tense episode coming as he tries to take aim and fire, so stay tuned. JS's Alexa Havens reveals the one-take strategy behind Lulu and Nathan's case. Alexa Havens explained she intended Lulu and Nathan's first kiss as a one-take moment to make it simple and natural. Nathan and Lulu didn't really drag their feet on General Hospital. Their attraction started gradually, then picked up swiftly. By the conclusion of that first date, it already felt like they were all in. Whether they meant to be or not, that change matters because it turns every small moment become something weighty, including their first kiss, and as Alexa Havens recently described, that moment arrived with a very particular intention. Alexa Havens said that she and Ryan Peavy rapidly formed a natural working rhythm. Their comfort comes from frequent practice across hair, cosmetics, clothes, and set. She planned to record the kiss in one take to make it simple and quick. She kept a strong distinction between on-screen romance and her real-life marriage, a one-take mission. Havens speaks with Soap Opera Digest about jumping back into on-screen romance after years away from it. Ryan and I definitely get along well, she stated, recalling the ease that settled in between her and co-star Ryan Peavy early on. That ease didn't happen by accident. Havens described a steady rhythm of rehearsal, the kind that starts in hair and makeup, carries into wardrobe, and doesn't really stop once they hit the set. It wasn't formal, it was repetition. Again and over until the content felt normal enough to move through without thinking. But when it came time to record the kiss, she approached it differently. It's because I'm going to do it once, and I'm going to get it done. I don't need to be kissing my co-star 4 or 5 times. I'm going to go home and kiss my hubby. That wasn't a joke so much as a strategy. Get in, hit the rhythms, and move on. aided Nathan and Lulu, keeping it real even when it's not. That wasn't about her being uncomfortable with the kiss. She just knew exactly what she was doing. Havins has been in this location previously, but returning to it after time away modified the perspective. The mechanisms are familiar, but the reality around them is not. She framed it in simple terms. There are plenty of women that would love to kiss Ryan Pevey. She added, nothing the apparent appeal while establishing a clear border between the business and her personal. The tone kept light, but the goal didn't waver. And that's what carries into Lulu and Nathan. The scenes don't feel overshot or extended. They flow effortlessly and feel true. The relationship builds in the space around them rather than inside drawn-out moments. It's efficient, a touch unrefined in the right ways and grounded enough to hold. Stephen Smith preps John Oliver for potential General Hospital role. Smith knows a thing or two about going from broadcast personality to superstar. John Oliver recently made headlines for his wish to be in a soap drama. Now, General Hospital star Stephen Smith wants to know if Oliver is ready to commit to a daytime job. John Oliver confessed he aspires to be a superstar. Stephen A. Smith offered Oliver some tips. GS indicated they have the right part for Oliver. Smith has questions for Oliver, from Oscar winner Elizabeth Taylor to ESPN anchor Stephen A. Smith. GS has always been the show celebs want to appear on, and now that John Oliver has made his pitch to be on a soap opera, GS is ready to welcome the Last Week Tonight anchor with open arms. First, Nancy Lee Grant encouraged Oliver to be her on-screen love interest, and now Smith has moved to Instagram to prepare him for what it's actually like being a superstar. John Oliver at the rate of Last Week Tonight. I have one question. Are you ready to commit? Smith asked in the caption of a reel, during which he gave Oliver all the pointers he is learned about being on a soap throughout his decade in Port Charles. You sure you ready for that? You sure you ready for the commitment that is going to require John Oliver, because this is serious. Smith warned Oliver after showing the viral clip of Britt shooting an assassin dressed like a nurse, after going on to warn Oliver that he needed to be okay being a nasty guy. Smith assured him, they end up loving you in the end. Being a soap opera person is very cool. Smith closed the clip by promising Oliver he would give Jace a call for him, leading to Jace themselves to reply, saying, we may have just the part of him. Our DMs are open. Wait, what? Did General Hospital's Britt just reveal the truth about Nathan? Wow. We either received the mother of all mistakes at the end of General Hospital's Thursday episode, or Britt just slipped up and casually let us know something extremely mature. As she was getting ready to depart Port Charles, Britt was sharing one last talk with Josh. The young agent asked Britt if Colum knew her dad, hinting that he could be behind this all. Britt recently told Jocelyn that her dad is dead and all that's left of him is brain in a jar, 4 kids, and the Huntington's disease that he passed down to her. Yes, you read that right, 4 kids. The trouble is, we only know of 3, Peter, Britt, and Nathan. Can anyone else come up with a 4th? No, well, we can. Provided it's not Colum, there is only one other possibility we can think of. Nathan had a twin. This would explain just about everything: the distance from Maxie, the police procedures he forgot, the baseball talents gone, the upbringing he portrayed that didn't seem to fit up with what we knew. And Britt knowing this would also explain why she and Nathan haven't really had much to do with each other since their respective returns from the grave. If this isn't Nathan but a twin assisting out the enemy, she wouldn't have too many warm fuzzy sentiments for him. So guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel without missing any update.